friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today we're going to make a fun graduation card using the Hostess stamp set found in the back of the catalog, hand delivered. You can get this stamp set when you make a qualifying order for a party or a personal order of 150. You can purchase this exclusive hand delivered stamp set. One of my favorites in the catalog. So my niece is graduating this year and heading off to college in the fall, and I wanted to make something fun for her that goes with her school colors, which are blue and orange. So one of my favorite types of cards is the paneled card. Now this is one of my favorite cards I ever did. It's on my blog post under Kind of Eclectic, and it's a 4-panel card, and it's just one of my favorite ones to do, and I thought I would try making the graduation card using this technique. So what I did is we're going to set these aside. We will be using our Stampin' Trimmer because we're going to take a piece of our 12 by 12 paper. Now our 12 by 12 paper is found back on pages 183 to 186 in the catalog where all the color families are, and underneath all the colors of the families you'll see the 12 by 12 packs, and you get 20 sheets, 10 of each color, and I'm using one from the Brights and it's pumpkin pie. So what you're going to do is your card to fit into your envelope, an A2 size envelope, has to be 5.5. So what I did is I cut this to 5.5. So I just took my half of my 12 by 12, cut it to 5.5, and then you're going to have 12 inches this way because the panels on your card are going to be 3 inches. So you're going to put your dark cutting blade at the bottom, and then you're just going to score at 3 inches, and then score at 6. And if you have the arm pulled out on your Stampin' Trimmer, you could go to the 9. But for the sake of making this easy, I'm just going to flip it around and make another score line at 3. So that gives me 4 score lines that are 3 inches, or 3 score lines that are 4-inch increments. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to make the bottom part of the card here. Now this one was our decorative label punch that's now retired, but our pretty label punch does the same thing. Really cool. So what you're going to do is well, let's go ahead and score this first. So the way this will be sitting is, I want this, just like an accordion. And then we'll just score it on this, there we go. Make a nice crease on the score line. So this is where your card is going to sit. So you're going to take your label punch, and this width of your label punch is just about 4 inches. So you can just line up on each side, the 2 sides. Here you'll see it's against this side and it's against the score line here. And then I just took and put I went right at the part where on the punch, right before the little half circles come out on the side. And then just make sure that you're on each side and give a punch. There you go. Then you'll go to the next one and you'll do the same thing. You'll put your punch on the in between the 2 score lines, and then you'll line up right before that half circle there, punch, and then you'll go to the next one, line it up right between the score lines, then put your punch right in place there, pop it again, and now we're on the 4th and last section. And it's really nice because you don't have to do any measuring because the width of the punch is just the width of the panel, and then you can just use the punch and you're done. So now you have your legs for your 4-panel card. Now on this card, because I took this much out, I had about 5 inches from here to here. So what I did is the next panel that's going to go here is I chose, normally I probably wouldn't have chose these kind of funky colors, but seeing as her colors are blue and orange, it was really fun to go out of my comfort zone and use some different colors. And so what I did is I took this border of blue, and I used the blueberry bushel, and it is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. So it fits right in here with a nice 1/8 inch border the whole way around. So if this is 4 3/4 by 2 3/4, then your white is just going to go in 1/8 inch on all 4 sides, and you're going to be at 2.5 by 4.5. So what I did is I just adhered the white onto the blueberry bushel, and that was my first panel. And then I just adhered it straight to the pumpkin pie on that first panel. I'm really excited to give this to Ashley. Well, I'm going to have to send it because I'm going to be away for her graduation party, but I'm so proud of her going off to college in the fall. So looking at this stamp set, I thought it was really cute because it had enough sentiments to fill in the 4 panels. When I'm doing card like this, I like to know that I have enough images to go through, and so I was able to use the To the Graduate and have books there, and then I just colored my books different colors of pumpkin pie and blueberry bushel. Well, actually I used Night of Navy, the light Night of Navy. The light Night of Navy made a nice, and if I would have darkened it a little bit, I think it would have just matched that blueberry bushel very well. So the Stampin' Blends were perfect for this. So the next one I put on there was the other girl here. We've got her cute little legs and her little blueberry bushel, Night of Navy, should I say, shoes. And then I just took this little flower here. I played around with the stripes and the flowers, but then I just thought, oh, I like this because it's a bigger pattern, and then I can use the pumpkin pie Stampin' Blend, and then I use some of the new Granny Apple Green and the light navy again. And then I just popped in here in the sign that she's holding with her hands there, I just popped in Love, Celebrating You. So that goes perfect for graduation, goes great for a wedding. And so I just pop another panel of white that's 2.5 by 4.5 onto my 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 blueberry bushel. And then I pop that in to the next panel. I actually thought these colors were going to just be really kind of atrocious when I was thinking about it, but I'm so excited for it now. So here we go, the next one. So the next one, I really love this image. I used the balloons for a celebration, and I did stamp the stripes on the skirt, and I was just a little bit anxious to not mess up on coloring it. And I thought if I start coloring in those stripes, orange and blue, it just might be a little too much. And then if I go outside the lines, it's just gonna make me all flustered. So I just left the stripes on there like I did on this first one here. And then it was so easy with my Stampin' Blends just to color in all these balloons. And I just did them in Pumpkin Pie Blend in the Night of Navy. And then that's going right along with the theme. You could use any school colors you have. Now, Ashley goes to my high school that used to be black and red, the Katanning Wildcats, but now they're the Katanning, or the Armstrong Riverhawks. So they have this different color here. So then I put the girl in there with the balloon, and then the last one, I wanted to have a panel to write a message to her. So what I did is I just took the congratulations, put it at the top so it gives me room to write here, and then I just popped those little posies right on over there. And so then I just adhered that last panel to the blueberry bushel. It's always fun whenever you have to come up with different ways to use the stamp set. And this stamp set is great because it has happy birthday, congratulations, miss you, hope you feel better soon. So this is really an all occasion stamp set for sure. But I loved how I could use it for a girl graduation. And even though the colors are kind of like a boy colors to me, I can remember my boys having clothes with these colors on them. But it really gave a nice progression of graduation to the graduate, love celebrating you. Balloons, congratulations. And then I can just write her a message there, and I've got this and I think this might be a card she's gonna maybe sit out for a while. Who knows, maybe it'll go to college with her. So I'm gonna go over real quick again. What we did is we just took a 5.5 inch piece, 5.5 inches by 12. So to find the 12 by 12, remember it's in the back of the catalog, you can get it in the color families. And so I just scored it at 3, 6, and 9, so that I had 4-inch intervals here for the panels. And then I just used my pretty label punch, and I just put the pretty label punch up onto each one of the panels, and I popped out right from before that curved portion comes out on your punch. So that gave me 4 here. So really simple card to make. I'm going to be posting this one, and I'm posting another graduation card I made for my friend Luke, but I'm going to be posting that another day, so be looking out for that. But a really neat technique to use, the 4-panel card. Go look through your stamp sets now and see how many stamp sets can lend itself to a progression of a sentiment for somebody. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me via my email, cindyleeb@gmail.com. You can visit my blog, cindyleebdesigns.com, and you'll find all the measurements for this card, for the panels, and all that work's been done for you. So thanks for buzzing by, friends.